Before we get into the video, could everyone please subscribe to my Endless Diary Tales channel? Thank you so much. The day after we registered our marriage, I stood at the airport with 2 plane tickets, waiting for my newlywed husband, Marcus. He arrived, followed by his childhood friend, Luna. Honey, Luna just went through a breakup, so I'm bringing her along to clear her head, Marcus explained cautiously. Luna, wearing the same beach dress as me, offered an apologetic smile. Grace, I hope I'm not intruding. I just wanted to share in your joy. I looked at the 3rd plane ticket in Marcus' hand, placed right next to ours. The seat number was 16B. Mine was 16A and Marcus was 16C. He had seated Luna between us. Standing there, a surge of anger shot from my feet straight to my head. I pulled Marcus aside, lowering my voice. Either she leaves or I do. Marcus looked utterly conflicted, a hint of helplessness in his voice. Honey, please don't be so unreasonable, okay? Luna told me she was scared to be alone at home, so she just wanted to join us for some company. Besides, we've known each other since we were kids. It's not a big deal for her to come along. I cut him off. If you don't make her leave, we're getting a divorce right now. Marcus reached out to grab me, but I dodged him. Don't make a fuss over such a small thing. All right. His tone softened, laced with persuasion. I didn't say anything, just stared at him coldly. He couldn't stand my gaze, so he sighed. Fine, I'll tell her. I'll make her leave. He raised his hands in a gesture of surrender. Happy wife, happy life. After saying that, he turned and walked over to Luna, lowering his voice. Luna's shoulders immediately drooped. She looked up, her eyes instantly red-rimmed. Marcus, does Grace dislike me? Did I do something wrong? I just broke up with my boyfriend and was feeling down, so I wanted to share in your joy. As she spoke, she cast a wrong glance my way, then turned her eyes back to Marcus, gripping his arm. Marcus, I know Grace misunderstood us, but you explained to her and she still doesn't trust you. It was that expression again, and those manipulative and saccharine words again. A jolt went through my mind. 2 months ago, Luna, dragging 2 massive suitcases, had shown up at the front door of our new place with that exact expression. That day, Marcus had his arm around me, looking at her with eyes full of sympathy. Honey, Luna just broke up with her boyfriend and was kicked out by her landlord. She's so pitiful alone in this city. Let her stay with us for a while. She'll move out as soon as she finds a job and an apartment. And what happened? She moved in and never mentioned moving out again. Half a month before we registered our marriage at our pre-wedding celebration, she looked at Marcus with red-rimmed eyes right in front of everyone. I really envy Grace getting to marry someone as wonderful as Marcus. My last boyfriend wasn't even half as good to me as Marcus is. Our friends egged them on, suggesting they do an intertwined arms toast. Marcus hesitated but directly linked arms with her. Come on, Marcus. Just consider it an early wedding toast. He half-heartedly complied and drank. Later, during the group photos, she actually pushed me aside, her face practically pressed against Marcus's cheek. That night, we had our biggest argument ever. Marcus, do you have any sense of boundaries? Honey, don't overthink it. We were just messing around. We've always been like that since we were kids. I was shaking with anger. We gave each other the silent treatment for a week. I had even packed my suitcase, ready to end the relationship. The night before we registered our marriage, he finally held me and apologized. Honey, I was wrong. I promise I'll keep my distance from her from now on. I swear this is the last time. Seeing his bloodshot eyes, I believed him. But now in the airport lobby, his promise felt like a joke. The look he gave Luna was full of sympathy. That sympathy wasn't for me. He walked over to me, his face etched with fatigue. Honey, look how upset Luna is. Maybe we could just... I didn't wait for him to finish. I just started walking away. Then I'll leave. You two can go on your honeymoon. Marcus panicked. He ran after me, grabbing my arm and immediately canceled Luna's plane ticket on the spot. He held up his phone, admitting his mistake to me. Luna watched us from a distance, her eyes red-rimmed. I stared at Marcus coldly, warning him that this was his last chance. After that, I pulled my hand away and walked straight to the security checkpoint. Once on the plane, I put on my sleep mask ready to sleep. Before long, I heard the tapping on his phone beside me. I took off my sleep mask and glanced over. He was quickly typing into a chat window for a contact named Luna. Don't cry. It's all my fault. I felt a chill run through me. He noticed my gaze and frantically tried to hide his phone. Who are you chatting with? I asked coldly. No one. Just a client. He wouldn't look at me. I laughed. A client named Luna? His face turned ashen. Honey, don't misunderstand. I just worry she might do something rash. If she's going to do something rash, are you going to die with her? My voice was a little loud, and the people in the row in front of us turned to look. Keep your voice down. He was embarrassed and grew impatient. We finally got to come on our honeymoon. Can't you stop bringing her up? Am I bringing her up, or are you simply unable to let her go? I countered. He frowned. We're just friends, childhood friends. Why can't you trust me? Can't you be more understanding? That phrase again. I closed my eyes, not wanting to say another word to him. The plane landed, and the hotel car arrived. He tried to take my hand, but I pulled away. The car door opened, and just as I was about to get in, I froze. Luna was sitting in the car, smiling at me. Next to her were Marcus' two childhood friends, Alex and Jake. Grace, what a coincidence. I whipped my head around, glaring at Marcus. His face looked a little uneasy. Luna hopped out of the car, immediately looped her arm through his, and triumphantly stuck her tongue out at me. Grace. Marcus secretly invited me later anyway. He said. The more the merrier, and you definitely like it. You're so petty. Marcus still cares about me. Luna, shut up, Marcus stammered, flustered. Inside the car, his childhood friend Alex piped up. Marcus, what are you pretending for? Didn't you transfer the money for our plane tickets? I looked at Marcus's pale face and suddenly laughed. The scene at the airport, what a performance. Back at the hotel, he followed me in, still spinning lies. They insisted on coming along. Alex borrowed money from me, and I had no idea Luna was coming too. I quietly watched his performance. Are you done? He froze. If you're done, then get out. I pointed at the door. I used all my strength to push him out the door. I closed the door and locked it. I slid down the door, sitting on the floor as tears fell. Outside the door, I heard Luna and the others attempting to mediate, mixed with Marcus' continuous knocking. I ignored them. 2 hours later, I changed my clothes, preparing to go out for some fresh air. As I opened the door, I saw Marcus standing at the entrance, and in a skimpy bikini, Luna was rubbing against him. Marcus, let's go for a night swim tonight, just like in college. She darted a challenging look my way. Marcus looked troubled, his eyes darting away. Honey, Grace is so generous. She definitely won't mind. Right, Grace? She smiled innocently. I walked up to them, looking Marcus straight in the eye. Are you going? Honey, I just wanted to go with her to help her relax. He was still explaining. If you dare step 1 foot out of this room, we are completely over. Marcus immediately pushed Luna away and quickly said, I'm not going. Luna stumbled from the push, looking at him in disbelief, her eyes instantly red-rimmed. She cast a wrong glance at me, then turned and ran off. Marcus let out a sigh of relief. Honey, see, I made her leave. Can you please stop being angry? There wasn't a hint of apology in his words. I couldn't be bothered to argue with him anymore. I shook off his hand and walked into the room. I lay on the bed, pulling the covers over my head. He thought I was asleep. I don't know how much time passed before I was woken by his phone vibrating. It was Marcus's phone lying on the nightstand. The screen was lit up, displaying the glaring contact name Luna. Picked up his phone. There was no password. He really trusted me, didn't he? I opened his messages and scrolled up. The screen was filled with his chat history with Luna, all from after I'd fallen asleep. Luna, I'm sorry, Marcus wrote. I made you argue with Grace again. Don't overthink it. She's just like that. Dramatic and petty. Ignore her. So that's what he really thought of me. Luna, it's all my fault. If only I hadn't insisted on coming. It's not your fault. I'm the one who wanted you to come. You're the best. Unlike some people who only know how to ruin the mood. My heart felt clenched, making it hard to breathe. They even started reminiscing about their travels together during college. Those were such good times, just the two of us. Turns out I was the superfluous one. With a cold expression, I opened the camera on my phone. I took photos of all the messages. Then I put his phone back where it was. Soon after, Marcus returned. He had a plastered-on smile. "Honey, you're awake." I dodged his outstretched hand, a hand that might have just touched Luna's hair. I asked him, "Where are you going?" "Alex and the others invited me to the bar. They said they wanted to apologize." He couldn't look me in the eye, clearly guilty. I stared into his eyes. "Marcus, we're here on our honeymoon." He glared at me. "Honeymoon? Honeymoon, can't you just cut me some slack? Playing with anyone is still playing, right? Do we have to be glued at the hip?" He finished speaking and slammed the door shut as he left. I waited 2 minutes, then quietly followed him. At the hotel's outdoor bar, I spotted them immediately. They were playing Truth or Dare. The bottle pointed at Luna, and Alex egged her on to choose Dare. "Do you dare unbuckle Marcus' belt?" Luna feigned innocence. "You guys are so naughty." But she was already kneeling in front of Marcus. Marcus naturally put his arm around her waist. Amidst everyone's cheers and taunts, she reached out, pulled open Marcus's shirt, and her fingertips provocatively traced his abdomen. Then her hand moved down to unbuckle his belt. Marcus watched her the entire time, looking down at her with an indulgent smile. I waited until she finished, then walked straight to their booth and sat down. The smile on Marcus's face stiffened. He instinctively released Luna and pulled away. He clearly hadn't expected me to follow. The atmosphere was awkward for a few seconds before Alex tried to smooth things over with a laugh. "Grace is here. Come join us." I didn't say anything, just picked up the wine glass in front of me. Someone, plucking up the courage, continued asking Luna, "Who do you like the most here?" She shyly glanced at Marcus. "Oh, me? I like Marcus the most." After saying that, she buried her face in Marcus' chest. Marcus' face was filled with indulgence, and he reached out to ruffle her hair. The air was filled with cheers and playful jeers. Then someone else asked, "And who do you dislike the most?" Luna put on an innocent face, her voice tinged with grievance, her gaze pointedly falling on me. "Oh, I don't dislike anyone really. I'm a little scared of people who aren't happy themselves and don't let anyone else be happy." The people at the booth burst into laughter. Just then the bottle pointed at Marcus. "Marcus, for your dare, kiss Luna." Luna said, "Grace is watching. Be cute." Her body moved even closer to Marcus, her face tilted up, eyes full of expectation. All eyes were on him. Marcus picked up his wine glass and took a sip. He didn't move. His childhood friend Alex stepped in to smooth things over. Let's switch. Truth." He looked at Marcus, drawing out his words as he asked, "Marcus, if you weren't married, would you marry Luna?" Marcus's Adam's apple bobbed. He took a huge gulp of wine. "Alex, are you drunk? What kind of stupid question is that?" He tried to brush it off, but the shouts and cheers around them grew louder and louder. Marcus's face grew increasingly unpleasant. He didn't look at me, not even once. "All right, stop it." But they wouldn't let it go. She giggled, linking her arm through Marcus. "Marcus, don't be mad. Alex was just curious." She turned to look at me. "Grace, don't blame everyone. Marcus and I have been friends since childhood. We can joke about anything. Unlike you, who probably never even dared to step foot in a bar before, right?" As soon as she said that, everyone at the booth burst into laughter. Marcus didn't say anything, just picked up his wine glass and took another gulp. Jake, holding a full glass of beer, swayed as he stood up. "Grace, I'll toast you. Don't be angry anymore, okay?" As he spoke, he stumbled. The entire glass of ice-cold beer poured over me from head to toe. My white dress was completely drenched. "Oh, my bad, Grace. I really didn't mean it." He apologized with his mouth, but his eyes were laughing, enjoying the show. Marcus frowned slightly. "Jake, what are you doing?" His tone was light, devoid of any real blame. My stomach churned and I couldn't stand to watch it anymore. "You guys have fun. I'm heading back." I turned and walked away. As I passed Luna, a foot quietly extended. I stumbled forward, my knee hitting the floor with a thud. The pain made my vision go black. "Oh my goodness, Grace." Luna shrieked dramatically. Marcus frowned. "Why aren't you more careful?" He bent down to help me up. "Don't touch me." I pushed his hand away and propped myself up off the ground. Alex, that sycophant, stepped in again to smooth things over. Grace accidentally fell, so let's play a game to apologize to her. The empty bottle spun rapidly on the table. Finally it landed steadily, pointing at me. Luna clapped her hands, laughing. Grace, how about you crawl around like a puppy and bark twice? Then you're off the hook. How does that sound? Everyone around us watched me with amused expressions like it was a show. I looked at Marcus. His eyes darted away. His face filled with the dilemma of me causing a scene and embarrassing him. Honey, he cajoled. Just a game. Don't take it seriously. Just play along and it'll be over. Have me crawl on the floor to entertain this crowd. I picked up the wine glass in front of me and tilted my head back, draining it. I won't crawl. Luna became upset, pulling on Marcus's arm and pouting. Marcus, look at her. She's such a spoil sport. Her eyes darted around. Then she pointed to the small stage in the center of the bar. How about Grace goes up there and dances for us? That'll count. Grace has such a good figure. She'd surely look great dancing. On the stage, several scantily clad women were swaying their bodies. I heard her intentionally whisper loud enough for me to hear. Look at her expressionless face, acting all high and mighty. Tonight, I'm going to make sure she knows who truly belongs by Marcus's side. Alex chuckled. You always have the best ideas. Let's see how she pretends now. So that's what it was. I slowly turned my head, my gaze falling on Marcus. He was looking down, saying something to Luna, his face filled with indulgence. He didn't even notice me looking. In his heart, I was probably just some unreasonable annoyance. I picked up a full glass of red wine from the table and stood up, walking towards the stage. Luna thought I was giving up, and a triumphant smile spread across her face. Grace finally came to her senses. Go on. We're all waiting to watch. 5. I walked up to her. I raised my hand and poured the entire glass of wine over her head. You want to see me dance? Let me sober you up first. Then I slapped her. Luna clutched her face, looking at me in disbelief. You dared to hit me? Hit you? I slapped her again backhanded. Today I'm going to destroy you. I grabbed her hair and slammed her head against a nearby pillar. Luna. Marcus rushed over trying to push me away. Before he could reach me, I grabbed a half-empty bottle of wine from the table and smashed it against his head. Marcus, what do you mean by just playing around? How about you play around for me now and let's see. Marcus, this divorce is happening. Luna shrieked. How dare you hit people? Marcus staggered, blood mixing with wine as it streamed down his forehead. He wiped his face, then furiously shoved me away, shielding Luna with his body. He glared at me. Grace, haven't you caused enough trouble? You're making me lose face in front of my friends. His good friend Alex also jumped in, pointing a finger at me. Grace, it was just a joke. You're really going too far. Luna suddenly went limp. Marcus, my head is so dizzy and my chest hurts so much. Marcus panicked, scooped her up and rushed towards the hospital. If anything happens to her, I swear I'll never forgive you. I returned to the hotel room and locked the door. I pulled out my suitcase and started packing. Then I pulled Marcus's suitcase over, opened it, and threw his clothes out onto the floor one by one. When the suitcase was almost empty, I felt a hard box. It was a jewelry box. Inside was a necklace. I opened it and saw a card at the bottom of the box. It was Marcus's handwriting. To my Luna, wishing you eternal happiness. The date was the day we registered our marriage. I held up my phone and took pictures of the necklace and the card. That day at the airport, Chloe had sent me a message. She said Luna's breakup was fake. Her ex-boyfriend was an actor she'd hired. Her goal was Marcus. No wonder Luna insisted on coming along and even brought her cronies. Soon after, Marcus returned, his forehead bandaged. He stormed in, a furious look on his face. Did you really have to make such a scene? Luna is in the hospital because of you. I sat on the sofa, quietly watching him. Oh really? Which hospital? I'll go see if she's dead yet. He raised his hand in anger. I met his gaze, unmoving. Go ahead, hit me, Marcus. If you dare lay a hand on me today, I promise you'll regret it for the rest of your life. His hand froze in midair. Unbelievable. I took out my phone and tapped on Eleanor's profile picture. Then I sent those photos one by one. the chat history, the necklace, the card. Finally, I typed a line of text. Eleanor, your son cheated on me during our honeymoon, bringing his childhood friend and even buying her a love token. I'm divorcing him. Tap send. Marcus saw what I did, and his face instantly went white. He rushed over to snatch my phone. What did you do? What did you send my mom? I dodged him, holding my phone high. I sent her all the wonderful things you've been doing. Marcus, you said you didn't want a divorce, didn't you? Guess whether your mom will help you or me. His family valued reputation above all else and was a complete mama's boy. Just then there was a knock at the door. Grace, can you please open the door? I'm here to apologize. It was Luna. She was wearing a hospital gown, her face pale, looking utterly pitiful. Marcus looked like he'd seen a savior. He hurried over to support her. Luna leaned into his arms, gazing at me with a wronged expression. Grace, I beg you. Please forgive me, okay? I'll do anything you want. I pointed at the floor in front of me. Then get on your knees and bow to me 3 times. I'll consider forgiving you. Luna's face froze. She looked at me in disbelief. Marcus also became enraged. Don't go too far. I'm going too far? I held up my phone and pressed play. A recording played clearly. Look at her expressionless face, acting all high and mighty. Tonight, I'm going to make sure she knows who truly belongs by Marcus's side. The bar was noisy, but I had a hunch and recorded it. I looked at a stunned Marcus. Did you hear that? This is your good sister, your Luna. Now take your Luna and get out of my room. I walked over, threw his suitcase right outside the door, his clothes scattering everywhere. I took out my phone and booked the earliest plane tickets back home. Then I sent a message to my lawyer. Prepare the divorce papers. Marcus committed adultery. Make sure he leaves with nothing. Outside the door, Marcus's phone call connected. Eleanor's furious yelling was so loud I could hear it from inside. Marcus, you scoundrel. I told you to take Grace on your honeymoon, and you brought your mistress along. Who do you take Grace for? Get your ass back here right now. Our family cannot afford to lose face like this. Marcus's pleas were incessant. Mom, Luna and I are just friends. It's not what you think. Luna's cries also opportunistically rose. Auntie, it's all my fault. Please don't blame Marcus. You shut up, you shameless vixen. The call was abruptly disconnected. Luna continued to wail. Marcus, it's all my fault. My chest hurts so much. I can't breathe. Huh. She's about to faint into his arms again. I picked up the hotel phone and dialed the front desk directly. Hello. Someone is harassing me outside my room. Please send security to handle it. Soon, the firm voices of the security guards echoed in the hallway. Marcus dragged Luna away, but within minutes, more frantic footsteps rushed back. It was his good friend, Alex, frantically pounding on my door. Open the door, you wicked woman. How dare you hit Luna? Alex was truly Luna's supporter. I picked up the phone again. Security, the people from before have brought backup and are smashing my door. If you can't handle this, I'll call the police. This time, curses and Luna's cries of "Stop hitting him" could be heard from the hallway. My phone vibrated. It was Eleanor. Grace, I'm sorry. I didn't raise my son well. Whatever you decide, I will support you. I didn't reply. I opened the door. Marcus sat slumped on the floor. Luna leaned against him, her makeup smeared from crying. Alex and Jake glared angrily at me. I walked past them, not looking left or right, dragging my suitcase. Wife, don't go. I was wrong. I couldn't even be bothered to look at him. In the airport lounge, I received a screenshot from Chloe. It was Luna's social media post. The accompanying picture was her face streaked with tears. I just saw Marcus as an older brother. I never thought Grace would misunderstand me so deeply. Perhaps I shouldn't even exist. Below it, a string of mutual friends were all cursing me. Some people are dirty-minded themselves, so they see dirt everywhere. How did Marcus marry such a shrew? He must be blind. Alex even specifically mentioned me. If you have the guts to do it, don't you have the guts to face me? I compiled the evidence from my phone into a long image. The extra plane ticket at the airport. His messages to Luna behind my back. Photos of Luna wearing a bikini and seducing him in the hotel hallway. The offensive recording from the bar. The necklace engraved with "To my Luna, wishing you eternal happiness." I posted all the evidence exactly as it was on my own social media. The caption was just one sentence. "Marcus, I wish you and your Luna a long and happy life together." As soon as the evidence was posted, my phone vibrated incessantly. I blocked Marcus and his circle of friends one by one. Chloe's voice message popped up, her voice trembling with excitement. "Grace, well done. Everyone on social media is calling you a textbook example of taking down a manipulative woman." I turned off my phone and slept for over 10 hours on the plane. When I landed and turned my phone back on, a flood of messages came in. Luna was performing again. A photo of her in a hospital bed with a caption, "It's my fault. Please don't cyberbully Marcus anymore." The comment section was full of people calling me malicious, saying I had driven her to suicide. Chloe was frantic. "That manipulative woman is an unbelievable actress." I sent Chloe the video I had already recorded. It was the clip of her whispering to Alex, calling me acting all high and mighty, and a full high-definition close-up of her secretly sticking out her foot to trip me. This time the comment section exploded again. I just felt sorry for her. What a complete idiot I was. That wound on her wrist? Pretty sure it's drawn with a red pen. Isn't it? I put away my phone, no longer bothering to look. My lawyer was already waiting for me at the exit. "Everything is taken care of. The locks on the house you were staying in have been changed, and Marcus' belongings have all been packed and left at the front door." On the way home, Marcus called. I answered and pressed the record button. "Wife, I was wrong. It was all that Luna who seduced me. She forced me to buy the necklace too. She said she'd kill herself if I didn't buy it. You're the only one I love." Wife. Disgusting. "Marcus, you are the most disgusting man I have ever met." I hung up and sent the recording to my lawyer as another charge, defamation. As the car came to a stop, I saw Marcus downstairs. He had returned so quickly. He saw me and lunged at me like a madman. My lawyer stepped in front of me. "Mr. Marcus, please calm down." Marcus's face went white when he saw the lawyer. "Grace, quickly go to the hospital and make that crazy Luna come down." He was frantic with rage. "If she really dies, what if she comes back to haunt me?" I replied coldly. "What's that got to do with me?" I hung up and anonymously sent the recording to a reporter who was live streaming from the scene. Less than 5 minutes later, the reporter's loud voice was broadcast across the entire internet via the live stream. Marcus' phrase, "That crazy Luna," was amplified endlessly. His desperate attempts to distance himself were truly unsightly. On the rooftop, Luna's crying instantly froze. The live stream chat exploded. Drama of the year. So the scumbag wanted to play both sides. That woman's no good, and the man's even worse. LOL. Jump already. Why aren't you jumping anymore? Amidst countless taunts, Luna was brought down by the police. The next day I went to the law firm. I had just signed the divorce papers when the office door was flung open. Marcus burst in, his face unshaven. He immediately knelt before me, grabbing my leg. "Wife, I was wrong. I was truly wrong. Can we please not get a divorce? It's all that Luna. She ruined everything for me." I kicked him away and threw the signed agreement in front of him. Perfect timing. "Sign it." Marcus was still begging when his phone rang. From the other end of the line, his mom's roar could be heard. "You ungrateful son. From today on, you are disowned from the Sia family. I no longer have a son." Marcus's hand trembled and his phone dropped to the floor. The screen lit up, showing a message from Alex. "Marcus, my dad won't let me hang out with you anymore. Don't contact me again." He collapsed onto the floor. I tapped the agreement with the tip of my pen, looking at him emotionlessly. He picked up the pen with a trembling hand and signed his name. I walked out of the law firm and Eleanor called. "Grace, that woman Luna just tried to come back to the Sia family, but I chewed her out. Don't worry, no one will dare bother you again." I softly said, "Thank you, Eleanor." A week later, I saw two familiar figures on a street corner. Marcus and Luna both looked disheveled, tugging and pulling at each other on the street. "Marcus, didn't you say you loved me? Didn't you say you'd marry me sooner or later? You liar. You ruined everything for me." Marcus slapped her across the face. "Get lost. If it weren't for you, would I have been kicked out of my house? Would I have lost everything? Luna lunged at him like a madwoman, scratching his face. What do you take me for? Play with me and then throw me away? The two of them were wrestling on the busy street. Passers-by turned to stare and pointed. I looked away and stepped on the gas. As the car passed them, I hit the brakes. 9. Marcus and Luna both stopped fighting, staring at me blankly. A flicker of hope crossed Marcus's eyes. Luna instinctively flinched back. I took out my phone, pointed it at them and started recording. Don't stop now, I said softly. Go on. I haven't had enough yet. They froze in place. Didn't you say Marcus was the best? How come you're hitting each other now? How could you bear to hit her? Marcus, is this how you protect her? Every word I spoke pierced them where it hurt most. They looked at each other, their eyes filled with nothing but hatred. I recorded enough and shared the video with Chloe. Scumbag and his trashy girlfriend fighting on the street here for your viewing pleasure. Then I stepped on the gas. I never looked at them again. Half a month later, my lawyer called. Mr. Alex has already paid the compensation. The money has been transferred to your account. He was involved in a harassment case. His father paid a hefty sum to keep him from getting a criminal record. Reportedly, he's confined to his home now, not allowed to step out. Serves him right. I hung up the phone feeling good. I met Chloe at our usual coffee shop, and she excitedly pushed her phone in front of me. Honey, you're famous. Your video is going viral online with the title Karma for the Scumbag. The comment section was filled with countless cheers. Just as I was about to take a closer look, a familiar, disheveled figure rushed in. It was Marcus. He was unshaven, his clothes dirty and wrinkled, and he made a beeline for me, dropping to his knees. Grace, I truly messed up. Can you lend me some money? Mom cut off all my bank cards and I haven't eaten in 2 days. I swear Luna and I are completely over. I feel sick just looking at that disgusting woman now. I watched him silently, my phone on the table recording. Oh really? I picked up my phone and opened the transfer page. I entered 1,000 now. Get out. Seeing the successful transfer notification, his eyes lit up and he scrambled away. Chloe watched, dumbfounded. You're just letting him off like that? I took a sip of my coffee. That $1,000 bought his last shred of dignity. The next day, an unknown number called. It was Luna. She was sobbing uncontrollably on the other end. Grace, no. Grace, I truly know I was wrong. Marcus forced me into it. He said, if I didn't get you to come back, we'd both starve. He also said that even though you're high maintenance and petty, your family has money, and if we just tricked you into remarrying him, we'd be living comfortably again. Grace, I treated him like a brother, but he just used me as a pawn. Please help me. I don't want him to cling to me anymore. I listened to her sobbing confession and pressed the record button. All right, I replied casually. I'll give you a chance. That evening, I edited the 2 recordings and posted them online. The first was Marcus begging for mercy and cursing Luna as a disgusting woman. The second was Luna sobbing about Marcus' scheme to trick me into marriage and steal my money. I just added one sentence. A match made in hell, locked together so they can stop tormenting others. The internet exploded. A few months later, Chloe and I were planning a trip. She suddenly sent me a local news alert. Couple arrested for shoplifting fought over stolen goods. In the news photo, Marcus and Luna were handcuffed behind their backs, their faces bruised and swollen. The reporter wrote that they had started fighting right outside the supermarket after stealing a bag of bread rolls and a few sausages, making a terrible scene. I deleted the news story. My phone vibrated. It was Eleanor with a message. Grace, thank you for helping the Sia family get rid of the trash. I didn't reply. I turned to Chloe and continued discussing our travel plans.